Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back to our Meet My Patterns live show. If you're here, say hi, say hello in the comments so I can see that you are here with me. My name is Sandra, and I am the designer behind SandraStitches. And here is a place where I talk about my patterns, my designs. Usually, two of them I show you. I tell you a little bit of a story behind the pattern, behind the design, so you get to know them. And all the designs that I show here, all the patterns that I talk about, are free on my blog, which is SandraStitches.com. I will put a link in the comments, and you can find the link in the description box below the video. So, yeah, today is Thursday, and it's 8 p.m. here where I live. I live in Israel, so the times are different. And yeah, so today we have two patterns, two designs. Let me see. I hope everything is fine here. Let me just check. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Looking forward to see what else I made. First of all, you can see everything I make in my blog. All my patterns, most of my patterns are there. Some of them are paid. Very small portion of my patterns are just paid and not free on the blog. But yeah. Oh, you had an emergency surgery. My goodness. Okay, I hope you're okay. I hope you're fine. But if you're here with me, so I hope I can send you some hugs and some good energy, and so that you heal well. So today we are going to talk about two patterns that were released recently in my blog. One of them is actually a very, very, very old one, and it's the Crop Cardigan. Now, this is a renew piece sample that I made, and I did not make the sleeves of it. But if you look at the pattern, the pattern that I wrote, I think about 3 years ago, it has sleeves. All right, short sleeves, not long sleeves, short sleeves. So this is the design. It's called the cropped cardigan, because it's cropped, but of course you can always make it longer. And I say in the pattern how you can customize it to your size, to the length, to the width, everything. Now, look at this beauty. I use here a kind of dark gray. It's not black. It looks maybe in the camera, in the computer, it looks like black, but it's not black. It's a kind of a dark gray and a more light gray. And let me see. I want to put the link in the comments. Let me see. Where is it? Okay. Tops. Okay. So it's called a V-stitch cardigan, crop cardigan, because it's made with the V-stitch, of course. I just put it in. You love the colors. Yeah, I love the combination of dark gray and light gray as well. And this is really, really fun to make, because it's just, it's the back panel and two front panels, and it's the V-stitch all the way across all the panels. It's not a rectangle, because as you can see, there is a shape for the neckline. Very simple. Um, you just walk the shoulders. Again, you continue the rows for the shoulders, and then you do it the same on the other side, and again in the back panel. And it's open, and you can close it with a chain, a long, 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 long chain. Now, the original, as I said, has, let me get some water. The, the original has sleeves, short sleeves. This is just what I made. I made it with short sleeves. You can make long sleeves. You can make sleeveless without sleeves, like this one. I don't have the original because it was, I think, around 3 years ago when I designed this, and I gave it away. Somebody took it. I don't know who. So I don't have the original, but you can see the photos of the original one. It was in a kind of a mustard color, mustard with brown. So instead of the dark gray, it's a kind of a mustard color, and the stripe here is brown. Or maybe it doesn't have even stripe. It's just mustard, and just the chain is brown, I think. And if you want the PDF is not free. The PDF is paid. What's going on with my hair here? The PDF is paid, and you can find it on Ravelry. And so there you'll see all the images. So you'll see this one, and you'll see the original one. And I think you are going to see also projects that people already made. Let me just look at it. Projects that people already made with this pattern. So probably, let me see, where is it? I can see one project. Yes, there is one project that somebody made, and they made it the same with the short sleeves. So if you go to Ravelry, you will see the original colors for this. So this is the first one, and this was released free on my blog just last week, this week. So even though it's an oldie, but I love it, and I thought it would be nice when I go back to my old patterns. So if I want to renew them, I just crochet them again. Sometimes I change the patterns. So if somebody purchased the pattern through Ravelry, so I send a new release and everything. So you get the renew pattern. But so I usually work it again. So this is the Crop Cardigan V-stitch, really nice. This is the first pattern that I wanted to talk to you about. The second one is the Marshmallow Blanket. Look how beautiful this is. Now this one has a story. If you are in my Facebook group, so I recorded a video and I told the story behind this design. I'm going to tell it again. So this design is stripes of marshmallow stitch. If you don't know how to work this stitch, so there is a tutorial here in my channel. You can look for it, marshmallow stitch. And if you go to my website and look for the free pattern for this, so there is also a link to the tutorial. So anyway, I will put the link anyway, and it will be in the description later again anyway. So these are just stripes of the marshmallow stitch and then join together with this kind of a mesh joining method. It's double crochet and single crochet and all this to make it really nice. It's a small, I call it stroller size blanket. Hi John, how are you? You are from Minnesota. Is that Minnesota? Wow. Yeah. Happy to have you here. Thank you for coming. So this one it has a story. I started this one on October 8th or 9, 2023, just after October 7th, with all the terrible things that happened in Israel. And I'm not going to go into the politics and everything, but we all felt so scared, and anxiety was over the head, and you couldn't move. I couldn't move. I did not know what to do with myself. It was so horrific and so scary, and I was so overwhelmed with everything. It was so sudden. We never ever expected something like that to happen. So it's like, an earthquake to your world. I did not what to, I just didn't know what to do. So I sat down and I said, okay, I have to do something with my hands. I have to just relax somehow. And I went live on my um, personal Facebook page, and I just started to crochet, and I said, this is going to calm me, because if this does not calm me down, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It was so horrific. So I said, I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm starting something. And then I started, I think the week before or 2 weeks before, I filmed the tutorial for the marshmallow stitch. As you can see, it's a very, very texture stitch, and I cannot crochet something that is too repetitive, too simple, too, single crochet, double crochet all the time, a blanket only for, I get bored. So I said to myself, I need something that I can relax, but also I have to look at it. I have to count. I have to, do something, use my brain somehow. So it was a perfect stitch for that time. And I started to make the stripes. I said, I'm going to make stripes. This is the yarn that I had. I'm going to make stripes, and we'll see what happens later. See what happens. And I think it took me, you know, I started making the stripes, and then I stopped because I went back. Somehow I calmed down. I never calmed down until now, but reality, you go back to reality, and slowly, slowly you go back to your life. And so I put it away. I did not touch it until I was invited to participate in this baby shower block hop that we had last month, that was hosted by, I can't remember her name, Ambassador Crochet, I think it was. Anyway, she invited to participate in this block hop, and I said, you know what? Great, I have an opportunity to finish this blanket, and I'm going to make a blanket out of it, all the stripes, and that's it. This is how this blanket came to life. I uh, I did not want to make more stripes because I did not have this yarn, this color yarn. I didn't have enough. So I said, okay, I will do a join that it's not like, very, very thin join, very um, small join. I don't know how you say it in English. I will make a join that it's more, gives more fabric, right? So this is what I decided to do. And this is the marshmallow stroller size blanket. Of course, this is the size because this is the amount of yarn that I had. You can make, um, you'll see in the pattern, you can make the stripes wider and longer because this is just rows, 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 rows. So you can make them longer and then join them. Make any size that you wish. All right, let me just put the link to this free pattern on the blog so you can, if you want, you can look at it and maybe make it. All right. So these are the two patterns that we have here today that I, for this show. Regarding the yarns that I used, I did not talk about the yarn, but this yarn is a regular weight for between, I think it's worsted acrylic, 100% acrylic yarn. Usually with my patterns, I never say, not never, but usually I don't say a brand name of the yarn because I don't have, I just order from China. You know the story, and if you don't know the story, so I just tell the story in every video. You can watch my videos. So this is a regular weight for 100% acrylic yarn. And I believe I used, let me see, I used a 5mm or 6mm hook. Let me see. Okay, where is it? Yeah, a 5mm hook. And for the blanket, let me see. I go to the pattern. For the blanket, I also used, I think, a 5mm hook. Yes. For the blanket, I had at home, this is regular yarn from China, regular 100% acrylic yarn. For this one, I use yarn from the UK. It's called Signet. It's called Signet Chunky. I think it's Signet Chunky. Let me see. Yes, it's called Signet Chunky, but it's not chunky yarn. It's weight for yarn. I think the difference in the terms, you know, between the US and the UK are a little bit different. I saw not only in the terms of the stitches, but also in the terms of the weights of the yarns. Because usually when I order from the UK yarn, so it's a different kind of groups of weights, different. So, but it's 100% acrylic. It doesn't really matter. Any yarn that you have at home or any yarn that you want to use, if you want to make it for a baby, really, so I would recommend using baby yarn, like, you know, anti-peeling and soft yarn. As you can see, this has a lot of holes, so it's not so suitable for babies who are a little bit older and can put their fingers inside. But for, you know, very, very like newborns, I think it's okay. That's it. If you have any questions about these two patterns, I hope you like them. Go to my website and find them, find the free patterns, if you want to get the ad-free PDF. So there is a link in the blog as well, and as well as the stitch videos, so you can, learn how to work that stitch if you don't know it. If you know it, that's fine. All right, let me see if there is any questions or anything. All right. So Sharon, I hope you feel better. And until I see you next time, you're going to be okay. And everybody who is watching, if you're watching the replay, say hi so I can know. Leave a comment so I know that you watched the replay. And I will see you next time in Meet My Patterns live show by Sandra Stitches. Bye bye. Thank you for being here.